Introducing a new laptop from Acer. This is the Acer Swift Go 14 and it is the successor for the Acer Swift 3 series from before. Now this is a rather powerful yet beautiful laptop for those who prioritize mobility. The one we have here is the AMD version and comes packed with the latest Ryzen 7 chip too. But is it actually a good laptop? Let's find out in today's video. This laptop is really sleek in terms of its design. Very minimalist and rather simple in terms of its build quality too. Listen to this. Opening up the lid reveals a pretty standard and still beautiful 14-inch IPS LCD screen with the resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels and 60Hz refresh rate. This display can cover about 95.63% of sRGB color gamut while having a maximum delta E of just about 1.02. It can also go up to around 360 nits of maximum brightness, and while that might not sound impressive, this is actually a very tiny laptop actually. It is a 14-inch screen crammed into a 13-inch laptop body, and Acer shrunk the bezels of this display to its absolute thinness without actually compromising the build quality. Such a small form factor also affects the keyboard and trackpad as well. Honestly, I do wish that the trackpad is a little bit taller, but I don't think there's actually enough space to move things around. What I am impressed by is the palm rejection. It never failed once before and I'm liking this. The keyboard is actually very good. All the keys are uncompromised in terms of its size except for a few keys and especially the arrow key cluster, and the travel distance per key is still very satisfying. I realized that the power button at the top right corner also doubles as a fingerprint scanner too. It will also temporarily save your fingerprint when you press on it to power on the laptop, so it will automatically log you in when it fully boots. This is very convenient. Now for the performance. Our particular unit here has the model number as shown on the screen here, and all of the specs are as listed on the screen. Now I'm not sure what's the integrated graphics is based on which architecture, as AMD's website just states that it's actually AMD Radeon graphics. What I can tell you is that the performance is rather okay. I can get around 50-ish FPS in Genshin Impact with the lowest graphical settings. Even though this laptop does not have a discrete GPU, Acer packed in dual copper heat pipes and dual fans into this laptop. They're calling this the twin air cooling design, and honestly, having two fans means that both fans can run at lower RPM and provide the same level of cooling, hence sucking in less dust, less noise, and also less wear on the fans themselves. Realistically speaking though, that Ryzen 7 7730U can't use the full cooling capabilities of this twin air cooling design. When you're not gaming though, it can obviously do everything ranging from, web browsing, Spotify, YouTube, Microsoft Office, Teams or Zoom calls without any issues at all. You can technically edit some simple videos using this laptop as well. Now then, how's the battery life? That is something rather interesting because this laptop comes with a 50 watt-hour battery inside, and it can last you through about 7 to 8 hours on a single charge without breaking a sweat. Charging the laptop though is an interesting one. It comes with a USB-C charger, and of course I didn't use it because I just used my own Ugreen gun charger instead. It works the same. Then let's take a look at the ports available. The position of each port is fairly good, though I would like to have another USB-C port on the right side so I can plug in the charger from either sides to charge it. Otherwise, all of the ports are simple and very straightforward. While I do want to open up the laptop to see what is upgradable, I can't. There is a warranty sticker which is enforceable here in Malaysia, and the RAM is also soldered anyway, so I presume the only thing that we can change is the SSD and the Wi-Fi card. The Wi-Fi card though is something that I won't be upgrading since it already comes with a very good one. It is using the AMD Ryzen RZ616 Wi-Fi 6E card that has been co-developed with MediaTek. So far, I have not encountered any issues with this Wi-Fi card and I'm pleasantly surprised with it actually. Didn't know AMD collaborated with MediaTek to do such a thing. And finally, for this exact configuration that we have here, it is priced at 3,999 ringgit. I do think that this laptop is a tad bit more expensive than what it is asking for, but all things considered, it is actually an okay price. I mean, when you compare it with your competitors, then this laptop is actually decently priced. I will recommend you to take a look at the other variant though. It still has 16 gigs of RAM but is using the AMD Ryzen 5 7530U chip instead, and it is priced at only 3,399 ringgit. There will be some differences in terms of extra demanding tasks, but when you are just using it for web browsing, Spotify, YouTube, Microsoft Office, video calls and whatnot, then it should be just the same. And that's all that I have to share with you today. Overall, this laptop is very decent, very good. Yay, we'll see you guys in the next video.